Good morning, everybody. Here we are once again, Lone Officer Breakfast Club, Friday. Wow, it's March 20th. Man, just a few short days left in Q1 of 2026, but that's okay. It's okay, guys, because we have Chris Johnstone in the house. We're going to AI our way into awesome success for the rest of the year. Of course, that's what we're going to do. Glad to have everybody here. Man, it's so good to see everybody. Andrew, Chabolsky, right? Pretty close, right? I'm throwing an H in there. You know, I say Chabolsky, but is it Chabolsky? What is it?
It's a soft C. It's a good Irish name since this is St. Patrick's week. So
St. Patrick's week. I love it, brother.
St. Patrick's week.
no, most people add a syllable. They say Sebuleski, Sebulaski. Like you
But what
say,
is it?
Seblicheski. So
What is it properly?
it's Polish, straight from the motherland.
How do you say it?
Sabalski.
Sabalski.
It's not too hard.
No, now I've got it. Now it's like in the steel trap. It'll never be forgotten again.
Yeah.
So, yeah, right. How's it going with you, brother? You doing good?
Yeah, it's I'm in freak out mode because anytime any of us mortgage professionals leave out of town for vacation, that's generally when business increases, right?
Of course. Yeah. Best way to get more business is to go on vacation.
Why do we ever go to the office?
I know. So where are you heading? Or are you already there?
No, we leave tonight. We're going to the Panhandle of Florida. If anybody's ever heard of that, never been there, gonna give it a whirl.
So what's that cool?
It's like
Yeah, there's that
Panama
town I
City,
went to
yeah,
there. Gosh darn it. Anyway, it's
Destin?
Destin.
yeah. What was that? Destin?
Destin.
Yeah. Is that where you're going?
We're going to someplace little bird called Panama City, I think. Yeah,
Okay.
little town. So
Yeah. Well, I went to Destin, Florida. Me and Brian had a speaking gig there. I tell you what, man, that sand,
that's what I've heard.
unbelievable. I just couldn't even get my head around it. It was like the most fine, pure white, just soft, amazing sand I'd ever, of course, at night, Brian wants to run in the ocean. I'm like, dude, no.
Yeah.
I am not going. He did. He went, and then he got swept down about 100 yards when he was out there. He didn't even know it. I didn't even know where he was. It was dark. He went out there. I was like, I don't see him. And I was like, well, hope he comes back. And he wound up coming back way down the beach. I was like, what the hell, man? He's like, I don't know. I couldn't figure it out. And I was like, what? This is why you don't go in the ocean. All right. Plus, not to mention whether all those things with barbs and fangs and stingers and teeth that are in there. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
I am not an ocean guy. I mean, I like to look at it for a few minutes, but go in it, I don't think so.
Really, Frank? I'm surprised.
Oh, no. Mm-mm. No, the ocean is like creeps me out, dude. Creeps me out. How about you guys in the chat? You ocean people or not ocean? And when I say ocean people, do you go in it? Like, do you get out into the waves? Do you do it? Are you an ocean person or not? Look at these people. Look at all these yeses.
100%.
All y'all are crazy. All y'all are crazy. So I'm going to tell you.
Frank, yesterday I was in a wave with a tuna.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I got back in and my wife was like, did you know that there was a tuna in the water with you? And I was like, had no idea.
You're like, you mean a realtor that does 6 to 12 a year? What are you talking? Who was it?
I was hoping you were, yep, exactly.
Wow. Really? Seriously,
Okay.
though? She could see a tuna with you when you're in the wave?
Yeah, like in the wave, there was a little tuna swimming along, having
See,
fun.
this is exactly why you don't go in there. That could have been a barracuda.
Yeah.
That could have been a great white shark. That
I
could have
don't
been
know
something
about a
else
great
with a
white.
stinger or a
Yeah.
poisonous barb.
Mhm. Frank doesn't like being in the water. Just in a submarine.
Submarine's no problem. Out on the ship, no problem. But actually touching the water, no, it's not going to happen.
Interesting.
No way. Let's get a win. Let's get a win going. Who do we got here who's not with LO CRM? Let's see. Hey, Sean, you're here. We gave you a T-shirt yesterday, right? Or we said we were going to give you a T-shirt, but we don't know where to send it. Can you send an email to support@themarketinganimals.com? Support@themarketinganimals.com. Send it in. And yeah, I'm glad you showed back up.
We need your size and where to ship it to, please.
Size and place and location. Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, cool. All right, great. All righty. Well, hey, how about just a little win before we get started, Chris? Because I know you're going to freak us out, and I just want everybody to kind of calm. I want everybody to just kind of calm down before we get too freaked out. You know, hey, rather than a win, you know what I want to do? I want to talk to Kelly Dutton.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I want to talk to Kelly Dutton. I forgot to kind of highlight her this week. But I just want to, let everybody know Kelly Dutton's here, and she's literally closing a bunch of commercial outside the box stuff that LOs normally don't do for us. How's it going, Kelly? You got your head above water yet? No.
I know. I'll give you a little synopsis on some things that are coming out. Let's see. We got movie producer,
a movie producer.
They're not actually the producer; they're the production company.
Okay.
Nobody would know that we actually do have sources for that. I haven't gotten all the details on it. I thought it was the producer, which I found out is the production. So I had to change it up a little bit. But interesting. I'm interested to see what it is. It's a movie that's almost done that just needs a final money's
really
coming in. Yeah,
fascinating.
So a little famous somebody coming into the realms. We got gas stations, another horse property. I can't tell you. We have several, and when I say several, large. Chicago's on fire.
Really,
mixed use apartment buildings. Renovations, brownstones.
Hey, I got one for you. Did Kian get through to you yesterday? We picked up when we're trying to send you. It's a guy wants to buy a warehouse. He's only going to pay like $275 for it, but then he wants to put $550,000 into it, like a warehouse rehab, and he says it's going to be worth $3.1 million when it's done.
Kian's on my list. He's on.
Is that possible?
He's my first. Well, I have to see the construction budget.
Of course. Well, no. Yeah, I know. But I mean, the program is available, like if the numbers work?
The program is available, and if it's going to be owner occupied, here's the newest thing is the SBA will go above and beyond over the $5 million to allow warehouses. We're doing a huge warehouse deal in Chicago right now. It's SBA. They're buying a warehouse, no money down. They own a warehouse. We're doing a conventional on the owned warehouse to put the 10% down on the $6 million of the SBA 504. And it will all close simultaneously together. And we've already got through the appraisal on it. I don't talk about the SBAs very often just because they're so far out that it's kind of like a dream that you pray and hope someday will come to reality.
They come to the finish line. When you say far out, it means you just take a long time. Not like they're far out, man.
No, yeah, no. And honestly, this one's going to probably fall in 60 to 75 days. And the true SBA can fall 90 to 120. So it's moving as quickly as it could. But you should see this warehouse. I mean, if I had the time to tell you, it's quite the amazing thing. So Kian is on my first call because he called somewhere around 3 or 4, and I was on.
Yeah. This thing came in late to us. Yeah, came in late. Came in off of Google, Chris.
Ah, my man.
Yeah, it came in off of Google to the website. Like, hey, God, can you do this? And absolutely, we can do that. We specialize in those things.
Because we specialize.
Give me some information, and we'll be right back.
Yeah,
exactly. All right. Well, Kelly Dutton, put your information in the chat. Put your info in the chat, Kelly. If you guys got some crazy deals you want to get past her that you don't normally do, she takes them, she closes them, you get paid on them. That's the way it works. Very, very simple process. If you need some help, let her know in the chat. She'll reach out to you. With that, let's get to our, the star of our show today, of course, Mr. Chris Johnstone. You teased us yesterday with a couple of tips on getting better responses from our input, better output from our input. We're probably giving it better input to get better output. I don't know, but you'll tell us.
It's true. Better input, better output, Jen.
Mm.
Or sorry, Frank, always super generous, and it's great to see everybody this morning in the team. I wanted to start with a little story this morning of something that happened yesterday before we get into the presentation, because I feel it's super valuable, and I know I'm probably going to forget before next Friday to tell it. So we're just going to tell it this morning. So, Kelly, you just touched on something really valuable and I think profitable for what's coming in the future market. And Frank, you too. And it is the specialization of being the expert on that type of loan and being a trusted resource for information for people that are looking for answers on that type of financing. So like we made the joke of like, oh, hey, I'm the specialist in no money down commercial loans that qualify for SBA, right? Like that's funny. But it's also true because when there's a customer out there who's trying to buy a commercial building with as little money down as possible and wanting to know if potentially they can use SBA as a tool, those are questions that are being asked to Google and to ChatGPT and all of the AIs that are out there. And more, it's AI assistants. And so when you're the resource that's actually created content, and Kelly, you doing a little video recording and telling the story of what that deal scenario looks like and what the potential outcomes can be and products and services that are available for that, and being the resource, like you're the only person that's going to publish that information that makes it available on Google and ChatGPT. So when it's like, how do I answer this question? Oh, Frank has produced this information or Kelly has produced this information. It takes your information, it serves it back to that person. What does that person do? It says, well, Kelly obviously must be the expert in this type of financing. Let me pick up the phone. Let me make a call. Right. And so I was talking to an individual yesterday. We're doing some consulting for his company, and they specialize in super high net worth individuals looking at investing in mortgages. And I said, this is a little bit outside of our wheelhouse. Let's take artificial intelligence and apply it to this process. So rather than going out and doing keyword research and doing all this deep research and everything, I said, hey, man, let's hop on a call. Let's talk about it, right? So I had my AI note taker hop into the meeting and I said, okay, explain this to me like I'm 5. Like, how do you invest in mortgages? What is like, and I just asked questions, and let's be candid. On the right-hand side, I had ChatGPT, and it had given me a list of the top 10 questions that people ask about investing in mortgages. And I asked those questions on the Zoom meeting to this professional. That professional gave me all of these amazing answers, just like he would talking to a client, talking to all that stuff. We finished the meeting. I said, okay, great. I took the recording from our meeting and I put it into ChatGPT. And I said, pick out all the questions from this recording and then turn every question that I asked into an individual blog post to put on this website, turn it into an email sequence that we send to every lead that we generate for the company. And then once a week, we're going to do a deep dive on this topic, set a task to go deep into these topics to create more content. Frank, in one 45-minute session of me asking questions, we created 23 individual pieces of content answering the most frequently asked questions that customers are going to have about that type of product.
Fabulous.
So here in the mortgage industry, think about all the questions that you get from your first-time home buyers, all those questions that you get over and over and over again. Hop into an empty Zoom meeting with a Fathom AI recorder on it, read the questions off ChatGPT, and then answer them like you're talking to a client. Take the recording, put it into ChatGPT, and tell it to write your content. It does blogs, it does everything. And the reason why we're feeding it into AI is because we want AI to help us create the content so it recommends us in the future. It's become very apparent to me how far ahead of the industry we here are on Breakfast Club and the classes that we do on Friday afternoon. We talk to some loan officers in the industry, like the AI, it's like, yeah, that was a headline. That was kind of cool. But there's very few people in our industry actually using these tools. So when you plug in and you use them and you become an AI powered loan officer, you get this advantage that's just incredible. So if you want to do content, which you should, just talking into a note taker and transcribing that to create all your content is a fabulous way to become an authority in your local market. Frank, did that all make sense?
Yeah, it's so cool. Such a great idea. And
Right.
yeah, thank you for that.
No
That's
problem.
good. I hope everybody's wheels are spinning on that one
And
because
what we're going
that
to
is
do,
killer.
yeah. And so now what we're going to do is we're going to go into the top 3 things that you need to do to get the best output from your AI. And I have to plug the book because it's coming out next week. We got the notification. We are approved on Amazon. We're almost ready to go. It's going to be $9.99. And we've got the membership that comes with it, the recordings of all the Friday classes, everything. It's loaibook.com. It's 11 chapters of taking you from I don't know how to get started all the way through to AI is creating your content, answering your phone, answering your text messages and your emails. Really, you being an AI powered loan officer, step by step. It's got all the prompts to swipe and deploy, everything in it. So loaibook.com will get you access to that. So the top 3 things that you can do to get a much better response from your AI is to personalize your AI to you. And I'm going to show you how to do that here in just a second, and we're going to talk about it. Then going through the 5-step perfect prompt framework and prompt stacking, and then automating the tasks that need to be done inside your AI so that every single week, the recurring things that you need to do in your business for your marketing are all done for you. And Frank, did you hear Meta's announcement yesterday?
No.
So they have pulled out of the metaverse. So do you remember when Mark Zuckerberg went
Oh,
crazy?
yeah, it was the big deal. It was going to take over the world.
Yeah, they renamed the company from Facebook to Meta.
Right.
Yeah, they pulled out. They pulled the plug on it yesterday. I think it was like $80 billion or something
You're
crazy
kidding me.
that they're like, no, metaverse is dead. We're over it.
Wow.
Yep. You want to know
Well,
what the
it
new
kind of
thing
should
is?
make us all feel good about, you try things sometimes and sometimes they just don't work and you just
Right?
got to pull the plug,
Every
Hopefully not to the tune of $80 billion or
Yeah,
whatever for that
in
one.
our
But
case, a lot cheaper, but hey man, you got to try things, right?
Exactly. Well, and I probably got that number wrong, but it was like an
I'm sure
outrageous
it's a
amount,
lot.
a lot of money that they poured into that. And the new thing is AI agents. This is a big enough deal that they have steered the boat, and a lot of these companies are going into agents. And very briefly, for the interest of time, what an AI agent does is it's like an employee that works for you and gets to know you. And that AI agent has access to all your tools. So it's got access to your mail, it's got access to your calendar, it's got access to your website passwords. You give it what you want, and it stores it securely in an environment. And then whenever you ask it to do a task, it has access to your stuff so it can do those tasks for you. But it also has access to be able to create its own conversations with AI and its own assistants with AI to get all of the work done. So it's like you've got one CEO that works for you, and it has unlimited amounts of employees that it can go and recruit to go do your work, and it has access to all your tools. And this is where AI is going. If you're following along with Claude and Claude Assistant, they've now got a tool where you can just plug in all your tools, tell this thing to do work for you, and away you go. They just released this week the ability to connect that to your instant messaging platforms. So if you've got WhatsApp or Slack or whatever you use to send your direct messages, you can have a chat with your AI agent, and it's just like getting text messages back and forth. So it's like, hey, did I miss any emails today? Go through your email inbox. Yeah, you didn't respond to this, this, and this. I've written the messages. Do you want me to send them? Yes. And away it goes. These AI assistants are absolutely going to be the future. So when you take these three things that I'm teaching you today, knowing that eventually you're going to have an AI assistant that's going to be able to help you with a lot of these tasks, you become that much more powerful out of the gate when you're using these tools. So that's what we're going through today. So tip number one, technically a bonus tip, but after I got through building the presentation, I realized you really kind of need to know your tools first. Like, what AI do you use for what? And so ChatGPT is our ultimate assistant. And you want to do everything text-based inside of ChatGPT. Doing your brainstorming, any writing that you need to do. If you're not plugged into the Loan Officer AI CRM, you should take your emails, put them into ChatGPT without people's personal information, right? But have it write your emails for you, have it write your text messages for you, your newsletters, blogs, everything that you're doing that's text-based should be inside ChatGPT, because I believe that it is going to win the consumer direct race, and it's going to be able to refer us the most amount of customers. And every time you set up your accounts and you use ChatGPT to teach it that you are the expert in mortgages, it's learning to recommend you to customers because you are the expert. So we're using ChatGPT for that. Now, if you need images, Google's Nano Banana is actually a better tool for image generation. It does incredible image creation. So you use Nano Banana for your images. If you want a really nice image for your blog, go to Nano Banana, and that's where you create that. If you want to do video, Google has a tool called VO3. It produces Hollywood-esque style videos, incredibly fast, and you can check that out. Kelly Dutton, I'd put together a little prompt for your person who's making the movie, who's doing the video stuff, and just send them back like a little VO clip, like Kelly Dutton, super approvals, like Hollywood style video, just like ways that you can bond and get people to laugh and build relationships with these tools. But VO3 is a video tool that you leverage for your video. And then Claude Code, and Frank, we've talked about Replit here on the show. We've talked about some of these other tools, but Claude Code just took a huge step forward. So if you want to do landing pages, websites, anything that has to do with like techie stuff, which in my opinion, you really shouldn't be doing as a loan officer anyway, that's a who type task. But that is the tool that you would use for that. Knowing your tools can save you a ton of time and get you the best possible output. All good so far, Frank?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So tip number one, you want to set up your profile and set your style guidelines. So I've got a downloadable PDF that everybody gets today. If you just comment, so in the chat, we'll put a link to Facebook. Go on Facebook, comment AI, and it will send you a workbook that has a prompt in it. And it'll say, what's your name, what's your NMLS number, what's your email address, what's your phone number. You fill in all that information, and then there's a section where you describe yourself. So I'm formal, I'm funny, I'm whatever. You tell it your style, and then you take and copy and paste the output that ChatGPT gives you into your settings inside your ChatGPT account. And you will notice an incredible difference the next conversation that you have with ChatGPT, because it goes from being this generic AI chatbot to being your voice. and it learns from you and your communication style. So you go into the settings inside your ChatGPT account, tell it your identity and your voice, you give it your brand assets. So here's my website, here's my Facebook, here's my Instagram, here's my logo, here's the colors that I use on my website, here's my email signature. And at any point in a ChatGPT conversation, you can say, produce me a PDF with my brand colors. And it will spit it out with your logo, your email signature on the bottom, your brand colors. So it takes this like generic black and white output and makes it very usable and customizable just for you. So it talks like you, produces everything on brand for you, and understands your do's and don'ts of how you want it to actually produce your content. So in the chat, if we could just post that Facebook link so everybody can go on over there and type AI into the comments.
It's done.
All right. As always, Kristen, you're always 2 steps ahead of me. That's fantastic. Thank you for your help. All right. Now, we've gone through this before, but it's that important that it's worth reviewing again. This is what I call my 5-step perfect prompt framework. And we consistently teach this in Connection Incorporated to all of our staff and all of our employees, because it's easy to go to ChatGPT and just tell it what you want. Like, write this email for me, right? And AI will do exactly what you tell it to do. And so if you're just giving it, write this email for me, it will write the email, it'll give it a little bit of flavor, it'll give it a little bit of context, but that's all it will do. When you use the perfect prompt framework, what you're doing is you're actually producing an employee in your business for free, because you're telling it, here's who I want you to act as, here's the goal of the activity that we're looking to do, here's the immediate task that I want you to do right now, here's the information that you need in order to do a good job, and if you need it to use any tools, you tell it what the tools are. So rather than just it spitting out one email for you, you can say, you're my communications director for my marketing company or for my mortgage company, right? You're going to produce all of the marketing for our organization, and you're going to learn how to speak in my style. Your goal is anytime I ask you a question to produce a response according to our emails, whatever. And so let's say you've got somebody who's your communication assistant. Write all my emails, write all my text messages, write all my blogs, write all my everything. Rather than just having a generic one-to-one, do this for me and you get an output, now you have an employee that you can go give tasks to. Hey, we got this email, craft this response, give me the name of the borrower, the co-borrower, the real estate agent that's associated with this, and give me emails and messages that I can send back so that I can update the lead, update the partner. And once you've given it that instruction one time, it knows how to do the task the next time. So the next time you go to it and you say, here's another email from a customer, it'll automatically draft the response based on the feedback that you gave it and give you the template for the lead and for the partner. So think of every conversation that you have with ChatGPT as the opportunity to have an employee that works for you, that does that task over and over and over again. And so this 5-step framework gives you the employee. Then, rather than going back to ChatGPT every time and starting a new chat every time, you always go back to the conversation that you've already had. So you have one conversation for your emails and your text messages. You have one for all your blog posts. You have one for your market updates. You have one for every Friday, I'm going to send a newsletter to my database. And every week it gets smarter, better, produces a better output for you. So here in the mortgage industry, you've got basically like 6 conversations that you should have. And all of them are a prompt stack that go over and over and over again. Frank, did that all make sense?
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you about too. If this is, and I've asked this many times, so it's not a custom GPT. You're starting a chat, but then you're going to save that chat as something. It could be my, director of emails, or my marketing partner, or my, research partner, or my, whatever. Like, so you can just have some category, individual chats that you save as particular sort of categories, and then you just always operate within those specific chats. So not starting new chats to where all of a sudden you've got 56 different chats down the line. You've got it. You break that down into task-oriented chats that assist you, and you always go back to the same one. So you can name those things something. That was a just this right now is a nice eye opener for me. That's going to fix me today, because yesterday I just deleted about 37 chats. You
Right?
know what I mean? Because I had this big long thing. It's like, where was that? What is it? So now I get it. It's like I have to each chat can become a particular assistant for a particular category, if you will, right? Is that making sense?
That's that's right. Yeah, absolutely. So if you're working with Kevin and you're in the Builder Boot Camp, right? You can have a chat that's just how I communicate with builders. And you can give it all your PDFs, your documents, your resources, and then it serves all that information back to you. And it's like, hey, I'm going to go approach a new builder today. Here's their contact information. Well, if you've already given it the templates, you've already given it, Kevin's frameworks for how you're going to reach out, the offer that you're going to do. You go back to that same conversation and just say, here's the next builder, and it spits out everything that you need to go do your outreach and launch that funnel to that particular builder. So it allows you to scale at a level that we've never had access to before. So yes, prompt stacking inside the conversation. And then our third thing is running tasks. So inside of ChatGPT, you can give it instructions like a computer, but just inside the chat. So if you say to ChatGPT, store this in your long-term memory as my website logo. And so you upload a picture and you just say, store this in long-term memory. The next time you say, use my logo, ChatGPT will use your logo because it's stored it in its long-term memory. So at any time, you just store this in your long-term memory, and whatever you've got in there, it will put into its memory bank that it references to customize your AI to you, right? Well, another one of those things that you can do is set a task. Those tasks, if you tell it, run this every day at 7 a.m., every day that task will turn on and run every single morning. If you say every Friday morning, go out, research all the new listings that have hit the marketplace, pick one we're going to feature in our newsletter, tell me what's happening in our local marketplace, tell me what happened in the stock market, tell me what happened with mortgage rates, and then package that into a newsletter. Every Friday morning, ChatGPT will run, produce your newsletter for you, and you show up and it's just in your ChatGPT when you wake up in the morning, ready for you to take it, put it into your CRM, and then just blast it out. So you can set tasks for everything. It can track your foods, it can track your exercise, it can help you with your devotions, it can help you with any recurring task that we have as human beings. Just at the very beginning, just say, set a task for date and time and do this. And ChatGPT will run. And that's the third thing that we really need to lean in on to get the best output from our AI, because of how powerful that stacking of information can be in AI. If you specialize in a specific type of mortgages, having AI go out on a regular basis, research that topic, research the most frequently asked questions, deliver you thoughtful pieces where you can go, okay, this is what I'm going to send to my database this week. It makes it that much easier, and it makes it so that every week you have a routine and you have accountability with AI and here with our community to actually do the work. So those are the top three things, right? You want to set up your profile and set your style guidelines with all your documentation and everything that you need inside your ChatGPT. You want to use the 5-step prompt framework and then revisit that and prompt stack. and then set recurring tasks to do the things that you know you need to do every week. So the AI is ahead of you doing those tasks and getting you to do the things that you need to do on time. Is that helpful?
It's super helpful. And I just want to remind everybody to get this information. There's a Facebook link you have to go to. So typing things into the chat is not going to get you this information. There's a link. Kristen just put it there. There's a link in the chat right now. If you're listening and looking at the chat, there's a link. You have to click that. That'll take you to Facebook, a post. You have to comment in the Facebook comment AI. So you don't comment here in the chat. You click the link that's there in the chat right now. Go to AI. Chris is showing it to you. Go to Facebook, click on comment, and then you type in AI, and then that will get you the information. So I hope that's clear. So there you go.
And the reason why I'm
Good
doing
stuff.
it like this, Frank, is this is technically a showmo, a demo where we show people
Yeah.
things. I don't know. But anyways, it's like, obviously, I'm not the one that's writing hundreds of messages back to people that are commenting on this post, right?
Right.
It's AI. There's a comment that's happening. It's going into the loan officer CRM. The loan officer CRM gets it, writes a response using AI, and then sends it back as a post to send the link. So it's automatically liking all the comments, automatically replying as me, and automatically sending a direct message back to the person. AI applied to the mortgage industry, and this is how we scale and how we be an AI-powered individual. So,
Killer.
yeah.
Cool.
Frank, what would we do if we didn't have Chris here every Friday for free to explain all of this to all of us?
I don't even know. We wouldn't, none of us would be anywhere, whatever level we're at with it, we wouldn't be there more than likely.
Totally not. Totally not.
So, it's so great.
If you've learned even one thing from our Chris Johnstone since he's been here, go pre-order that book for him. I'm so excited for that to launch for you, Chris. That's a pretty cool deal.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I can't believe it's only a week away. It's been a journey, that is for sure.
Congratulations. That's a big deal, Chris.
Yeah, you did. You got it done. Good stuff.
Yeah.
All right. Well, shooties. Killer, Chris. Thank you, man. As always.
Hey,
Really,
my
really
pleasure.
cool. I'm so
And,
glad I deleted all those chats yesterday because now I've only got like one in there, so great. Now I'm going to figure this out, and I
Nice
just have
clean
like
slate.
4 or 5 that are my main go-tos that I just do all the time. So, yeah.
That's awesome.
Awesome,
Right on.
man. Awesome.
Well, happy Friday, everybody.
Yeah.
Don't forget, today is the day that we work on the business, not in the business. And then Monday morning, we are back to the daily success plan and showing up on Call Start. Well, Breakfast Club first on Monday morning, and then Call Starts after that. So
Ooh,
Yeah.
do we have class today? Mark is asking, and I'm thinking
yes,
Gary's asking.
absolutely we do. So noon Eastern Standard Time, and that's loaifriday.com. And the team is working hard behind the scenes to make sure that when you register on that link, you'll get sent an email that has a link to the class. So you register for loaifriday.com. That allows us to send you the link for the class. So check your email for the link to the class, and we're going to send the link out to everybody about an hour before the class starts. You'll get an email from us with the link in there. So make sure you check your email.
All right. But go there now and register. So you got it. So loaifriday.com. loaifriday.com. Cool, man. Thanks, Chris. Appreciate you, brother.
Right on. Happy Friday, everybody.
All right. Happy Friday to you all. Have a great weekend, my friends. And we will see you back here on Monday to do it all over again. We'll have more fun. All right. You guys have a good one. Catch up with you later. See you. Adios.
Have a great weekend, everybody.